Be me, 29 years old, senior logistics analyst, office job in a mid-sized tech firm, the kind of place with exposed brick walls and collaborative spaces, but no actual collaboration. I am the office rock. Show up at 8:50 a.m. Leave at 5:00 p.m. Do my work help others when asked, never gossip. Wear noise-canceling headphones 90% of the time. Listen to lo-fi hip-hop beats to relax, study too. Life is peaceful. Life is gray. But I like gray. Gray is safe. Enter Chloe. New hire for the marketing brand image department. 24 years old. Gen Z energy cranked up to 11. Tiny stature, maybe 52. Glasses that are slightly too big for her face. Dresses like she's engaging in a fashion protest against silhouettes. Cute in a librarian who just discovered punk rock way. But immediately, the vibe is off. First day introduction. Manager introduces her to the open floor plan. She looks around with disdain. Is this the seating arrangement? It feels very hierarchical. It's literally rows of desks. Manager blinks. It's just desks, Chloe. She sighs. Fine, but I need a space that respects my energy. I'll take that one. Points to my desk. My desk is the only one near the good window. I have nurtured a succulent there for 3 years. His name is Spike. Manager looks at me, pleading eyes. I don't care about office politics. I am a river. I flow around obstacles. Stand up. Pack up, Spike. It's all yours. She doesn't say thank you. She nods like a queen accepting tribute. It's important for women to claim prime real estate in male-dominated spaces. There are literally more women in this office than men. Whatever. Move to the dark corner near the printer. It's louder but warmer. I settle in. Week 2. The tyranny begins. Chloe brings in a humidifier. It pumps lavender mist into the... Steve from accounting is allergic to lavender. Steve asks her to stop. Chloe, you're policing my breathing environment. This is self-care. Why are men so threatened by wellness? Steve retreats, defeated. Steve is a 50-year-old man who just wants to do payroll. I watch from my corner. She puts up posters. Slay the patriarchy. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss, irony lost on her. She starts holding impromptu equity meetings in the break room. Basically her complaining that the coffee machine is sexist because the buttons are too hard to press. It's designed for male grip strength. It's a Keurig, Chloe. You just have to push the button. I walk in to get water. She glares at me. Anon, don't you think the air conditioning is an act of violence? Check thermostat. It's 72 degrees. It seems standard, Chloe. Standard is male. Women metabolize heat differently. You freezing us out is a microcosm of the corporate cold shoulder. I sip my water. I can bring you a sweater tomorrow if you want. I don't want your charity. I want systemic change. Okay then. Walk away. She huffs. Week 4. I start noticing things. I am observant. It's a survival trait. Chloe talks a big game. She uses every buzzword on Twitter. She bullies the interns about emotional labor if they ask her where a file is. But her work, it's bad. Not just bad. Catastrophic. She's supposed to be doing market analysis. I walk past her desk, my old desk. She's not looking at data. She's staring at a blank Excel sheet. Her hands are shaking, leg bouncing up and down like a jackhammer. She notices me looking, immediately snaps into girl boss mode. Can I help you, or are you just supervising because I don't need micromanagement? Voice is high, cracking slightly. I stop. Look at her screen. You haven't applied the pivot table yet. She flushes red. I am approaching the data from a holistic, non-linear perspective. Linear logic is a patriarchal construct. I blink. Okay, but if you want the numbers to add up, you need a pivot table. Control T. She looks like she wants to bite me. I know how to do my job, Anon. I nod. Sure, just trying to help. Retreat to my cave. Week 6. The incident. Shared fridge. I bring a homemade sandwich every day. Turkey, Swiss, rye bread, specific spicy mustard. It is the highlight of my day. Go to fridge at 12:00. Sandwich is gone. Look around. Chloe is at the communal table, eating my sandwich. I approach. Calmly. I am the ocean. Chloe, I think that's my lunch. She stops chewing. Looks at the sandwich. Looks at me. I didn't see a name on it. There is a giant label that says, Anon, in Sharpie on the bag next to her. I point to the bag. Oh, well, possession is 9/10 of the law. Besides, looking at the salary gap in this company, consider this a form of reparations. She takes another bite. The audacity is actually impressive. It's so absurd I almost laugh. But I am hungry. Chloe, I made that. It is spicy mustard. I like spicy. She swallows. Immediately starts coughing. Face turns bright red. She didn't know how spicy. I use ghost pepper extract. It is a weaponized sandwich. She is gasping. Eyes watering. Clawing at her throat. Water, she wheezes. I could walk away. I could let the patriarchy burn her esophagus. But I am not cruel. Run to vending machine. Buy a milk carton. Hand it to her. She downs it in one gulp. Panting. Mascara running down her face. She looks small. Defeated. Are you okay? I ask. She looks up. Glare returns, but it's weak. Wobbly. You tried to poison me. I like spicy food. You stole my lunch. She wipes her mouth. I didn't steal it. I forgot mine, and I was hypoglycemic and... She starts crying. Not loud sobbing. Just silent, terrified tears. I can't do anything right, she whispers. Mask slips. For 3 seconds. Then she snaps it back on. This is a hostile work environment. You trapped me with a capsaicin bomb. She runs to the bathroom. I stand there, holding my empty lunch bag. I eat an apple from the fruit bowl. Sigh. Week 8. The project deadline approaches. Big presentation for the VP. Chloe is lead on the brand synergy deck. She has been bragging about it for weeks. I'm going to deconstruct the corporate narrative. I'm going to center the marginalized voices of our consumer base. I have seen her staying late. Every night. Until 8 p.m. I leave at 5, but I see her car is still there when I drive by to gym. One night I forget my keys. Come back at 7 p.m. Office is dark. Only light is from my old desk. I hear talking. Creep closer. Chloe is talking to herself. Or to a stuffed animal. She has a plush shark on the desk. You can do this, Chloe. You are a bad bitch. You are a queen. Don't let them see you bleed. She sounds terrified. She's practicing her speech. It's a word salad. Buzzwords strung together with no meaning. Synergistic equity in the vertical paradigm of intersectional commerce. VP is going to eat her alive. VP is a woman named Margaret. Margaret is 60 years old. Margaret fought her way up in the 80s. Margaret hates buzzwords. Margaret eats girl bosses for breakfast. Chloe is doomed. I should leave. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I look at Chloe. She has her head in her hands. She's vibrating with anxiety. She opens a drawer, takes out a red notebook, scribbles furiously, mutters, Anon saw me fail at Excel, add to the list. He was condescending with his milk, add to the list. She thinks I'm the enemy. Maybe I should be. But I remember the ghost pepper. I remember the shaking hands. I walk over, knock on the partition. She jumps a foot in the air, screams, slams the red notebook shut. How long have you been spying on me? This is stalking. I hold up my hands. Forgot my keys, heard you practicing. She puffs up. I wasn't practicing, I was manifesting success. Okay, look, Chloe, about the presentation. I don't need your mansplaining. Margaret hates the word paradigm. She freezes. What? And synergy, and intersectionality unless it's actually relevant to the data. She likes numbers. She likes hard trends. If you go in there with a manifesto, she will fire you. Chloe stares at me. Her lip quivers. But the blog said, my career coach said I need to disrupt the space. Your career coach isn't signing your paycheck. Margaret is. She looks at her screen. Then at me. I don't have any numbers, she whispers. I know, I saw your Excel sheet. Silence. Heavy silence. I'm going to get fired, she says. And then I'll have to move back to Ohio, and my dad will say, I told you so, and I'll have to work at the Dairy Queen. She looks horrified at the prospect of Dairy Queen. I check my watch. I have a frozen pizza waiting at home. I look at her. She looks like a wet cat. Sigh. Move over. What? Move over, let me see the raw data. She hesitates, then scoots her chair. I sit next to her. Smell of lavender and stress sweat. I crack my knuckles. Okay, first we kill the word paradigm, then we pull the sales figures from Q3. We work for 4 hours. I teach her how to actually read the graph. I show her that her equity angle actually works if she backs it up with the demographic shift in our customer base. Make it about profit, not just politics. She listens. Actually listens. Stops quoting Twitter. Starts taking notes. At 11 p.m. we are done. Deck looks solid. Clean, sharp. There, I say, present this, don't ad-lib, just read the data. She looks at the screen. Eyes wide. It makes sense now. She looks at me. Suspicion creeps back in. Why did you do this? Are you trying to take credit? Are you going to tell Margaret you did it? I stand up. Put on my coat. No, it's your project. I just want the meeting to go fast so I can get back to my logistics. I walk to the door. Good luck, Chloe. She doesn't say thanks. But she doesn't quote a manifesto either. Progress. The next day. The meeting. Conference room is packed. Margaret sits at the head of the table. Like a shark in a blazer. Chloe stands at the front. She is wearing a power suit that is 2 sizes too big. She looks like a kid playing dress-up. She catches my eye. I give a tiny nod. She takes a deep breath. Starts speaking. Voice is shaky at first. Then she hits the first slide. The data slide. She sees the numbers we crunched. Confidence kicks in. She explains the trend. She explains the demographic shift. She avoids the buzzwords. Margaret leans forward. Margaret nods. Margaret smiles. Holy shit. Chloe is crushing it. She finishes. And that is why we should pivot our branding to inclusivity, not just for optics, but for a projected 15% ROI. Silence. Margaret claps. Slowly. Excellent work, Chloe, substantiated, clear. I admit I was skeptical of your initial energy, but this is solid. Chloe beams. She looks like she just won the lottery. Then the snag. Brad from sales speaks up. Brad is a weasel. Great presentation, Chloe, but these logistics projections, did you run these against the supply chain bottlenecks? Because I don't think we can handle that volume. He's trying to trip her up. It's a technical question. I didn't prep her for supply chain specifics. Chloe freezes. Deer in headlights. Panic rising. She opens her mouth. I know she's about to say supply chains are a construct of capitalism, or something fatal. I can't let her blow it now. I raise my hand. Interject. Actually, Brad, I say, voice calm. I reviewed those figures with Chloe yesterday. We cross-referenced the shipping manifests. The bottlenecks are cleared if we route through the secondary distribution center. Her volume estimates are conservative, if anything. Room turns to me. Brad frowns. Oh, you signed off on it, Anon. Yes, the logistics are sound. Brad backs down. Margaret looks at me. Then at Chloe. Good collaboration, I like to see that. Meeting adjourned. Chloe stands there. She's vibrating again. But this time it's adrenaline. Lunchtime. I am at my dark corner desk, eating a new sandwich, ham and cheddar. Shadow falls over me. It's Chloe. She's holding a coffee. A fancy one. From the expensive place down the street. She puts it on my desk. It's oat milk, fair trade. I look at it. Thanks. She shifts her weight. Twists her rings. You lied for me. I didn't lie, the logistics work. But you covered for me with Brad. Brad is a dick. She cracks a smile. A real one. She has dimples. Who knew? Yeah, he is. She hesitates. Why, I've been kind of a nightmare, I know it. I shrug. You were drowning, I don't like watching people drown. Plus, you took my advice. She looks down at her shoes. I felt like I had to be loud to be heard, my last boss. He told me I was too soft, too nice, said I'd get eaten alive. So you decided to be a cactus. She laughs. Something like that, a feminist cactus. You can be competent without being a jerk, Chloe. You're smart. The data work you did last night showed that. Just drop the act. She nods. Slowly. I can try, but I'm keeping the humidifier. Fine, just point it away from Steve. Deal. Months pass. Slow burn. The dynamic shifts. She's still woke. Still passionate. But the toxicity is gone. She asks for help instead of demanding it. She jokes with Steve. She brings donuts, vegan but good. We start eating lunch together. Not at the communal table. But she pulls a chair to my dark corner. We talk. About movies. About her cat, Chairman Meow. About how much we hate Brad. I realize she's actually really funny. Dry wit underneath the slogans. She's clumsy as hell. Trips over flat surfaces. Spills coffee daily. I start keeping a roll of paper towels on my desk just for her. It becomes our routine. She spills. I hand towel. We smile. I start looking forward to work. Scary thought. Company holiday party. Open bar. Recipe for disaster. I am standing in the corner holding a beer. Watching the chaos. Chloe arrives. She is not wearing a power suit. She is wearing a dress. A green dress. She looks incredible. She spots me. Beelines for safety. Hide me, she whispers. Margaret is trying to make me dance. You can't dance. I dance like a seizure victim. It's not feminist, it's just tragic. I chuckle. Safe zone established. We drink. We talk. She's a lightweight. 2 glasses of wine, and she's leaning on me. Physically leaning. Head on my shoulder. You know, Anand. Yeah. You're not like the other guys. Is that a microaggression? I joke. She giggles. Slaps my chest. Shut up, no, I mean, you saw me when I was being a monster and you didn't hate me, you just handed me milk. It was spicy. It was, you jerk. She looks up at me. Eyes are big. Glassy. I think I like you like patriarchally like you. My heart does a weird flip. That's against company policy, probably. Fuck the policy, she whispers. She reaches up. I think she's going to kiss me. Then she hiccups. Loudly. And trips over her own feet. I catch her. Classic rom-com dip. But she spills her red wine. All over my white shirt. It looks like a murder scene. She freezes. Horror dawns. Oh God, Anon. Your shirt, the symbolism is terrible. I start laughing. I can't help it. It's just so her. It's okay, Chloe, it's just a shirt. She starts dabbing it with a cocktail napkin. Making it worse. I ruin everything, she mutters. I grab her hands. Stop her. Hey, you didn't ruin anything. I hate this shirt anyway. I look her in the eye. And I like you too, even if you are a safety hazard. She smiles. Relief. And happiness. The reveal, the twist. We start dating. Low-key. Office doesn't know. Life is good. 6 months later. I am at her apartment. First time staying over. She's in the shower. I am sitting at her desk, looking for a pen to write a note. I see it. The red notebook. The list of patriarchal grievances. The one she threatened me with on day one. The one she writes in furiously whenever she's stressed. Curiosity kills the cat. I know I shouldn't, but I have to know. Was she really writing down every time I mansplained? Is there a file on me? I open it. Brace myself for hate speech. Page 1. Drawings of cats. Page 2. Breathe, CHLOE, breathe. You are not an imposter. Written 50 times. Page 3. A list of scary words. Synergy, EBITDA, Q3, ROI. Definitions scribbled next to them like she's studying for a test. I flip to the middle. The dates align with when we met. Entry, the guy near the window is scary. He is so quiet. He looks like he knows everything. I acted like a bitch today because I was scared he'd see I don't know how to use Outlook. Entry, he gave me milk. He has nice hands. Entry, I stole his sandwich. I want to die. Why am I like this? I flip to the night of the presentation. It's a sketch. A surprisingly good charcoal sketch. Of me, sitting next to her, pointing at the screen. Caption, my guardian angel, even if he is a cis-male logic bot. Flip further. Pages and pages of doodles of me. Hearts around my name. Mrs. Chloe Anon. Quotes of things I said that made her laugh. It wasn't a hit list. It was a diary. A diary of a lonely, anxious girl trying to survive in a world she thought was hostile. Using feminism as a shield because she thought she had to fight a war, when she really just wanted a friend. I hear the shower stop. I close the book, put it back exactly where it was. She comes out, towel on her head, fresh scrubbed face. She looks at me. What are you smiling at? I stand up, walk over, hug her tight. Nothing, just thinking about synergy. She groans. Don't ruin the moment with buzzwords. Okay, how about I love you? She freezes, looks up, tears welling up again. She cries easily. You mean it? Yeah, even the holistic, non-linear parts. She buries her face in my chest. I love you too, you dork. Epilogue. 2 years later. We are married. She quit the corporate job. She realized she hates business. She runs a small pottery studio now. She makes weird, lumpy mugs that say, smash the patriarchy on them. They sell like crazy on Etsy. I still work at the office, but my desk has a picture of us. And a new succulent. Life is still gray. But she brings the color. Sometimes she visits for lunch. She brings sandwiches. With spicy mustard. And she never forgets the pivot tables. Because I handle the logistics of her shipping. Perfect team. She was never a villain. Just a girl scared of the dark. And I was the lamp. Feels good, man.